8 laps the distance as they come to the green flag. Keith Knopp into turn number 1. Cade Richards and Paul Zimmerman now battling it out for that second spot. Blessington in third. Now Blessington trying to move inside of Zimmerman as they come to lap number 1 with Knopp your rear, Richards in second, and Blessington and Zimmerman are side by side as Brian down on the bottom trying to dig coming out of turn 2 to take the spot. Cade Richards now trying to make a move on Knopp. Side by side coming out of turn 4. Not quite able to do it. As these guys are mixing it up now, Blessington cleanly in that third spot as he races his way down the backstretch trying to catch the leaders. Halfway through, and Cade Richards is the new race leader. Knopp in that second spot. Blessington trying to close the gap. Cade Richards continues to set the pace. White flag for Cade Richards. Knopp and Blessington. Zimmerman and Larry Robinson. And the checkered flag's gonna wave for Cade Richards. Larry Knopp in second, Blessington in third. Those top 3 will redraw. Last but not least, the 0-2 of Tony Ritterbusch out of Dunlap. Another good heat race stacked up here in heat race number 2. Coming out of turn 4, the green flag is out. Mike Stapleton taking that early lead. Tim Drake in that second spot. Here comes Mike Nichols as he jumps down to the bottom side, trying to go on the inside of Drake. Meanwhile, Steyer trying to find his way up into the pack. And Ritterbusch in that back spot. Thanks. Stapleton in an impressive run remains your leader and ain't putting some distance between the pack as Mike Nichols has his hands full of Tim Drake. And Nichols gets by as he goes into turn number 3 and starts his pursuit of Stapleton. And look at Nichols closing the gap on Mike Stapleton as he is a rocket ship down that backstretch as he tries to go on the inside. He's going down low. Stapleton in the middle of the track as they come down the front stretch. Stapleton still trying to hold on. And now he's working the inside of Stapleton as Nichols dancing around trying to find his way around Mike Stapleton for that lead. Side by side into turn number 1 as they fight through 1 and 2. Now Nichols looks to have the advantage, and Stapleton got up a little high. And Nichols now your race leader as they come to the white flag. As they come to the checkered flag this time around, an impressive run for Mike Nichols and Mike Stapleton as they battled it out. And your heat race winner, Mike Nichols. Stapleton in second, 55 of Drake in third, Ritterbusch in fourth, and Steyer in that 5th spot. And last but not least, the 13M of James McCabe out of Sergeant Bluff, Iowa. RPMs come up and the green is out. Dylan Haney. And Dusty Van Horn is your race leader. Eric Walker battling back there. We've got a race for second. Meanwhile, Dusty Van Horn trying to run away with this. Haney and Hansen and Walker as they battle down the backstretch for position. Kurt Hansen now gets by Haney and moves into that second spot. High green this time by Dusty Van Horn. Just really on fire as he is just flying. Got that rocket ship going in that 33 VH. Kurt Hansen in second spot. Haney in third. And coming to that checkered flag, your IMCA stock car, Dusty Van Horn. Kurt Hansen in second, Haney in third, McCabe in the fourth spot, Walker in fifth. So here comes the IMCA stock cars. This is the parade lap. Get up and make some noise. You know these guys are going to put a show on for you, as they do each and every week. Some of the best racing in the Midwest involves the IMCA stock cars. Kurt Hansen, Brian Blessington, Dylan Haney, and Mike Nichols, those top four. It'll bring you around. So who you riding with? Got any Kurt Hansen fans out there? How about Brian Blessington? Dylan Haney. Can I hear some Mike Nichols fans? How about Paul Zimmerman, a good runner here at the Shelby County Speedway? And Keith Knopp. Here we go. RPMs come up, 18 laps, and the green is out. Blessington taking that early lead. Here comes Nichols, along with Kurt Hansen. Score lap one to Brian Blessington. Nichols trying to dig between 3 and 4, trying to gain some ground on Brian Blessington. Nichols now going down on the bottom as he gets a run out of turn number 2. It's a drag race into 3 and 4, and we got caution on the speedway. Blessington bringing him around. Going to have a lot of heat behind him with Knopp and Nichols. See who gets a better run down the straightaway. Blessington. Nichols trying to go on the inside. Knopp on the top side. Down the backstretch. There goes Nichols. Trying to fight his way into the lead. Blessington now drops back to third. And Larry Knopp, or Keith Knopp, into the lead. Got that mixed up. Keith Knopp, your race leader. Nichols in second, Blessington in third. Here comes Dusty Van Horn, who won a heat race tonight and has been very fast out here on the high banks of the Shelby County Speedway. Dusty Van Horn gets by Blessington. He's into third, and he's got Mike Nichols in his sights. Cade Richards now goes underneath Blessington, trying to get the position. And Keith Knopp, your race leader. Nichols in second. Dusty Van Horn in that third spot. Nichols trying to go back to work on Knopp on the bottom. Plenty of laps left for Dusty Van Horn and Mike Nichols. But Keith Knopp in an impressive run so far. And another one that's impressing me is Dusty Van Horn, as he just keeps gaining a little bit every lap. Knopp remains your race leader. Nichols in second, and Dusty Van Horn trying to reel these guys in. He appears to be gaining laps. Each lap he makes up a little time. Nichols back underneath Knopp. It's a drag race down the backstretch. Knopp motoring away. Meanwhile, Nichols going to have his hands full of Dusty Van Horn shortly. Nichols going down on the bottom. Knopp up a little high. And we'll see who wins the drag race down the backstretch. Nichols got a good run out of two. What a great race. And waiting back there in the wings is Dusty Van Horn. Nichols back to the front. Now Keith Knopp up along the door side of Nichols. Nichols down low. Knopp on the high side. Who's going to get the better run coming out of turn number 4? It's still Mike Nichols, but guess who's knocking on the door in that third spot? Dusty Van Horn. Been fast all night. Trying to run these guys down as they're about to approach some lap traffic. Nichols, your race leader. Knopp in second, Van Horn in third. As they're running into some lap traffic. High green this time by for Mike Nichols. Now Dusty Van Horn going on the inside of Knopp, trying to move into that second spot. White flag out, this time by for Mike Nichols. Dusty Van Horn in the second spot. Keith Knopp in third. And the double checkers fly for Mike Nichols. Dusty Van Horn in second. Keith Knopp in third. Dylan Haney in that fourth spot. And race fans, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you come to the Shelby County Speedway, for great racing action like that. And put on a show those IMCA stock cars do every time they pull on the dirt track.